The Young and the Restless spoilers. Kyle ignores Jack's warning as Patty and Laurence finally go down. The Young and the Restless spoilers document that Kyle Abbott, Michael Mueller, wants to get Victor Newman, Eric Braeden. But Jack Abbott's, Peter Bergman, advice is the better bet. Kyle is naturally outraged that Victor brought Patty Williams, Stacey Hayduke, back to Genoa City, Wisconsin. If he hadn't done that, Patty wouldn't have committed multiple crimes against his parents. Victor's loathing of Jack has recently been addressed by Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott. But Victor didn't promise his wife that he wouldn't go after Jack, and they never mentioned Kyle. So that leaves an opening. Patty had assurances made to her. Victor provided her with Jack's location, which was on a yacht in Lake Michigan. Victor believed that if he kidnapped Jack and placed him with Patty, Diane Jenkins Abbott, Susan Walters, would find him. That reality came to pass because enough breadcrumbs were placed in Diane's, Kyle's, and Billy Abbott's, Jason Thompson, proximity. Digitally skipping ahead, Patty was placed in a holding cell and is now in a supposedly secure mental health facility. She will face trial in the near future. Hayduke's character has come and gone across the decades. Chaos and destruction happen whenever she's in town. Here's hoping that the Abbott family is no longer her target. Yet, viewers know that Kyle intends to use her as a weapon against Victor. Hayduke's superb acting skills will delight devoted viewers for a while longer if that happens. Meanwhile, Dr. Laurence Markham, Jerry Burns, was arrested at his summer home. Some old-school sleuthing enabled Jack and Diane to provide that information to the authorities. Like Patty, Laurence should face justice. His entrance into the story came with a puzzling tie. He was mixed up with Patty based on her having been in a mental institution where the bad doctor practiced. He fell in love with Diane during the period when he was holding her hostage. That proved to be a break when it could have led to a fatal outcome for Walter's character. It's reasonable to wonder how much more viewers will see of him or Patty moving forward. Kyle is hot about all that's happened. He wants to apply punishment to the one person who caused his parents so much drama. Victor believes that he's impervious to whatever Kyle might try. However, there have been instances through the soapy years where Kyle's father got the best of Victor. Possibly, this will be another instance where the Abbott family bests Victor. However, Jack and Diane don't want their son to have anything to do with the mustache. They know that a price is paid whenever the mustache is disciplined by someone he turned into a rival. The drama in The Young and the Restless is about to reach a boiling point as long-simmering tensions explode across Genoa City. Dangerous alliances begin to crumble. Shocking betrayals come to light, and several familiar faces find themselves at life-changing crossroads. While Jack Abbott desperately tries to steer his son away from disaster, Kyle seems determined to carve his own path, even if it leads straight into chaos. Meanwhile, Patty and Laurence's reign of manipulation finally appears to be coming to an end, but not before they unleash one last wave of destruction. Here's a creative look at what could be coming next. Kyle refuses to listen. Jack Abbott has always believed that experience matters. Having survived countless family feuds, business wars, and personal betrayals, he recognizes danger long before others do. Unfortunately, Kyle isn't interested in hearing another lecture. Despite Jack's repeated warnings, Kyle believes he can outsmart everyone involved. Convinced that taking risks will secure both his future and his independence, he dismisses his father's concerns as outdated fear. Jack sees the warning signs immediately: secret meetings, hidden financial moves, questionable allies. None of it sits well with him. But every attempt to convince Kyle only pushes father and son further apart. Their disagreements evolve into heated confrontations that threaten to fracture the Abbott family once again. Kyle believes he's proving himself. Jack believes he's watching history repeat itself. Diane finds herself caught in the middle. As tensions rise between Jack and Kyle, Diane struggles to keep peace within the family. She understands Jack's concerns, but also recognizes Kyle's desire to make his own decisions. Trying to satisfy both men becomes nearly impossible. Every conversation turns into another argument. Every family dinner becomes uncomfortable. Diane worries that once Kyle realizes his mistake, it may already be too late. Patty's dangerous game begins to collapse. Patty has spent weeks staying one step ahead of everyone. Manipulation, deception, carefully crafted lies. She's controlled nearly every situation with frightening precision. But no scheme lasts forever. Several characters begin comparing notes, discovering inconsistencies in Patty's stories. The truth starts spreading faster than she can contain it. For the first time in months, Patty loses control. Instead of calculating every move, she begins acting emotionally, and that becomes her biggest weakness. Laurence makes one fatal mistake. Laurence has always considered himself untouchable. His confidence has protected him through countless close calls. This time, however, arrogance clouds his judgment. Believing no one has enough evidence against him, Laurence grows careless. A single conversation, one forgotten document, one trusted ally deciding to cooperate. That's all it takes. The walls begin closing in. Laurence scrambles to cover his tracks, but every attempt only creates more evidence. Soon, there's nowhere left to hide. An unexpected alliance changes everything. Some of Genoa City's biggest rivals realize they share the same goal: stopping Patty, exposing Laurence. Old enemies, temporarily, put aside their differences. The alliance surprises nearly everyone. Characters who rarely trust one another suddenly work together, combining information that individually meant very little, but together creates an undeniable picture of the truth. Their teamwork becomes the turning point
Jack's
in the
worst
investigation.
fear comes
true. While everyone focuses on Patty and Laurence, Kyle unknowingly walks straight into danger. His confidence makes him vulnerable. He believes he controls the situation. Instead, someone else has been controlling him. Jack discovers Kyle has unknowingly become part of a much larger scheme. Desperate to protect his son, Jack races against time before irreversible damage is done. Whether Kyle listens now remains uncertain. Patty finally faces justice. As evidence mounts, Patty's carefully built world collapses. The lies unravel one after another. Former allies disappear. Trusted partners abandon her. Cornered and running out of options, Patty makes one last desperate attempt to escape responsibility. But this time, luck isn't on her side. Authorities finally move in. After years of chaos, Patty's downfall arrives in dramatic fashion. Even then, she refuses to admit defeat, insisting someone else betrayed her. Laurence's empire falls apart. Laurence's downfall proves just as dramatic. Financial records emerge. Witnesses begin talking. Hidden secrets become public knowledge. The powerful figure who once intimidated everyone suddenly finds himself completely alone. Those who once feared him now openly challenge him. His influence disappears almost overnight. Watching Laurence lose everything becomes one of the week's most satisfying developments. Kyle learns a painful lesson. The collapse of Patty and Laurence forces Kyle to confront his own mistakes. Jack wasn't trying to control him. He was trying to protect him. Realizing this fills Kyle with regret. Their relationship remains strained, but for the first time in weeks, Kyle begins understanding his father's perspective. Whether the two can fully repair their bond remains one of the biggest emotional questions moving forward. What's next for Genoa City? Even though Patty and Laurence appear finished, their actions leave lasting consequences. Business relationships have been destroyed. Family trust has been shattered. Friendships may never recover. Jack and Kyle still have plenty of healing to do. Diane faces difficult choices. And several characters who helped expose the villains may now become targets of unexpected revenge from others connected to the fallen pair. In Genoa City, one ending almost always creates the beginning of another story. With Patty and Laurence finally brought down and Kyle forced to confront the consequences of ignoring Jack's advice, the next chapter promises emotional reunions, shocking betrayals, and brand new rivalries that could reshape the Abbott family for months to come. One thing is certain, the calm won't last for long. In true the young and the restless fashion, every victory comes with a price, and the next storm is already gathering on the horizon.